gonna take these folk on a trip or what?
Yo, what's the word? Man, it's your boy YG Clutch, man. Back with another episode, Baltimore Drug Wars, man. Street Report. Today we're gonna be talking about that guy, former drug kingpin, turned his life over. Jesus, man. Trying to give you his testimony, show you how he moved, you know what I mean? How he got his life right. I think we all need to listen up on that joint. Talk. Let's get into this thing.
CHM live, man. And this bitch love the culture, you know what I'm saying? We in this motherfucker working. Neighborhood superstar, June 6. The streets will be on fire. Motherfucker mixtapes will be flying. Y'all better get them motherfuckers fast. You know what I'm saying? We in this motherfucker working. I'm ready to show y'all how the motherfucker studio, y'all motherfucker live studio footage. Me and a couple of my homies, man, we in this motherfucker working, man. You ready to see a lot of motherfucking local superstars in this motherfucker. Motherfucking niggas, you know what I mean, really turning up everybody working, man, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, fuck with a nigga, man. Neighborhood superstar again, June 6, man. Yeah, real street nigga live, nigga. That's my real name too, nigga. Don't get it fucked up. Straight up. I drove in real shit. Hell, yeah, we never been average out jewelry, real flashy, and them birds still out. We just renamed the salad, take the blame for O'Malley, take the blame for Miss Blake. We some real street niggas, we ain't never turned stay. We never been average out jewelry, real flashy, and them birds still out. We just renamed the salad, take the blame for O'Malley, take the blame for Miss Blake. We some real street niggas, we ain't never turned stay. Nigga asking questions. Streets really wanna know. What? Say this motherfucker down. Yeah, nigga. When my Charlie straight lean on you. I'm live. Fuckin' with niggas that have your ass in the casket. And I know that shit, that's why I'm never relaxed. That's why I keep my guns up. That's why I'm counter. See, I don't play with you niggas. Ain't nothing to say to you niggas. You call a nigga your homeboy, he set your ass up. Same nigga your homeboy, he wet your ass up. Got no respect for you nigga. Just took the check out you nigga. And he still ride around with you. Cause he can't figure the real. And Will Charlie straight lean on you, you shit like a bitch. And now your mother. I started becoming an established drug dealer in the city. People would see me, they would know who I was from different neighborhoods, and I was able to raise young boys up, and everybody around me started getting money. So now I'm not just the one dude getting money. Everybody got money. So I'm driving down the street. I had the hard top up, and I'm just driving down the street, you know, I'm just listening to beats, and I'm about to drop him off. I pull up to his house, and when I pull up to his house, shots just ring out. Pop, 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 pop. 10 shots go through my Lexus. And it's a convertible. It's no bigger than this little area that I'm in, like right here. The first thing I said is, God, don't let me die like this. And I remember, like, I never felt love like this in my life. I felt this overwhelming peace, overwhelming love, overwhelming sensation just start coming over me. And I just did not know what, I was like, yo, what is going on? I just started crying. I'm like, yo, what is going on with me? And nobody around me. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on around? What is going on with me? So growing up in Baltimore, I didn't.
Check this out, man. If you ain't never had one of them type of encounters, I don't know, you wouldn't understand, you know? But, yeah. Some of us did, some of us didn't. But when you get there, let me know what it was like for you. Let's get back to it, baby.
How bad it was because I was in it, and it became like the norm. So we grew up in the projects in East Baltimore called Huslter Ridge. All I ever seen was drugs, guns, you know. I seen...
If y'all know anything, Huslter Ridge, that's like East Baltimore, I want to say. Probably some back in the day projects. Probably like, they probably tore them joints down like early 2000s maybe, I want to say. I ain't never really, you know, frequent that area. Plus I was a young boy around that time, so So I was trying to show y'all Hollander Ridge, bro. This like Hollander Ridge. This the footage I can find. This the projects right here. That's what it was looking like back in the G, you heard? I ain't too familiar, but I do know for sure it was over east.
Beat my mom up. All I ever seen was just like shootouts and people actually getting to the money. When it came down to like growing up in it and it being hard, you really ain't know it was hard because that was all we ever seen. I remember looking out my window every night and watching drug dealers sell drugs all day long and watch them get money, watch their cars pull up, and I'll be like, man, them cars icy. And I'll be like, man, I know what's going on. I'll be watching the place. I know where people guns was at because I'll watch them stash their guns. I'll watch where people drugs is at because I'll watch them do this. And I was consistently consumed with just every single day watching them, do this thing every day. And I remember one day I was actually going to school one day. My mother used to keep me clean. And so I was going to school one day, and I had my little trench coat on. I was walking up the street, and I went, and I was on a bus stop, and I found a dead body like laying in the dumpster. And I was looking.
Now let's keep it a bang. Everything he just said, like, if you was a youngin' growing up, I don't care where you from, bruh. Like, you seen the dope boys outside, the drug dealers, whatever y'all call them. Like, you seen them guys. Like, they was the most intriguing people at the time, you know what I'm saying? Especially back then, like, your moms, your pops or whatever, they might go to work or whatever, but back then, that looked like a struggle, Nowadays, a little different, but they was the guys a lot of people, a lot of kids looked up to, should I say, a lot of young boys.
Yo, it's a real dead body. And you would think I was scared, but it was almost like I was interested. Like, yo, that's a dead body. And then, obviously, from there, we still went to school, and they was expecting me to function. So I remember when the projects got shut down, they shut the projects down, and everybody had to move out. And at this point, life shaped me and conditioned me into who I was. Like, fighting in the projects, being always in some kind of violence, always just wanting to feel important. I felt important, but I wanted other people to know that I was important. So what happened was when we moved to this neighborhood in South Baltimore, and I was like, man, I'm new around here, all right, cool. I come from this place, so you always want to rep where you from when you coming to wherever you from, like in Baltimore.
So he telling y'all how he went from one neighborhood to the next neighborhood. And pretty much from my knowledge, he went from Hollander Ridge, the projects when he was young, over east. Then he went to South Baltimore, like in the Cherry Hill area. I mean, maybe in that area too, but like Brooklyn. And this is hood, like Brooklyn. That's his homeboy Test back in the day, early 2000s. See, this was looking like out in Brooklyn. It's the hood he talking about. That's what he looking like, baby. Some of the Goonies in that hood. That's where his homeboy Test from. He'll get into all that, but yeah, Brooklyn area, South Baltimore area, that type of area,
Like, look, I moved around here, but I'm from over East Baltimore, so like, don't play with me. Y'all know, like, I ain't like y'all.
Just tell
and
y'all that.
I'm from the projects. This a hood, but I'm from the projects, so we moved around there. I started, dibbling, dabbling, and I started like getting pounds of weed, going to school, taking weed to school with me in my book bag, and I stopped actually going to class, and I just stopped instantly, just stopped going to school. Period. I would just every day hook school. I would see so many different people around the neighborhood, and I felt like they wasn't strong enough to hold what they had down. And I was like, man, I feel like I can do this. Like, I feel like I could come out here and take this over. And I was feeling like this for a minute, and I would watch this one dude, and I would see this dude. He would come out, and he would just pull up on blocks and just start shooting at people, and people were scared of him. And then he liked me. He was like, man, what's up, little homie? I'm like, man, what's up, man?
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you up. He sounded like he was stretching it a little bit. The man said he was pulling up on blocks, just shooting people. That nigga would have been in jail the day you met him, bro. Nah, for real though.
Like, man, listen. He's like, you want to kick away? I'm like, man, I love to hang with you, man. And one day I actually was just seeing him just bullying the neighborhood and really just moving in authority. And I was like, man, I want that. I said, I want that. And he instantly one day he ended up getting locked up. He went away for a while. And then I was like, man, wasn't nothing going on. And I was just like, man, we gotta find a plug, man. I told one of my homeboys, and we found a plug. And then instantly, I started separating different people in different parts of the neighborhood, and I established my own crew. And I started telling people like, look here, man, we out here now. Y'all can't come down here. This is our neighborhood at this point. And we started moving in authority, started moving with that same muscle I was saying, started duplicating what I was learning from the projects and what I was learning from the homie who was living in that neighborhood before me. I started really duplicating it, and I was like, man, listen, we shutting this thing down. And next thing you know, I became somebody that I never thought I would ever be. Somebody who just, and sometimes I just was like, man, I knew, I seen it in my projects out my window, but I never knew this was going to be me. Yeah. I started really selling a lot of drugs, and I became really good at it. And I was able to distinguish who was good with money, who can be muscle. And I was able to take kids, even young boys, out of their parents' houses and be able to like use them for their strengths for my own selfish benefit. And a lot of people died in the midst of this, like lost their life.
Now this where the part where he start, he thinking about it, right? Shit crazy. How many of y'all been through these same situations? That's why I chose this story to talk about. Like, a lot of us been through this same situation, man. Same situations, all on about how you gonna carry it, how you gonna handle it. You know what I mean? Like, shit, life coming 1,000 miles per hour, man. Shit be coming so fast. Like, we just taught to play how it come, but sometimes you gotta unplug, think about what's really going on type shit. Let's get back to it.
I remember actually like being outside one of my homeboys and just leaving him. I just bought a brand new Acura TL. That was like, that was a Dr. Lawyer car at that time.
For y'all that don't know, Baltimore is big on Acuras and Hondas, man. All the little kids got an Acura and Honda. I'm trying to tell you. So, you trying to get pulled over in Baltimore, buy your Acura or Honda. You going to jail today.
Just like, always jewelry, always, just a lot of money on me. I had just left him, and then somebody pulled up on him and just shot him in the head with a shotgun. I still remember to this day, like, we was like, doing the same old, normal stuff. Just, we put alcohol bottles up there. We up there, crying, listening to music and stuff like that, thinking like, man, whoever did this, we gonna kill him. We gonna kill him. Who could do this to my homie? Like, not realizing what kind of stuff that we was in. And then later on, this was the life we was in. So I was just like, man, this just what it is. Like, this what it is. This just what it is. This the life we signed up for. I felt like I couldn't get out. I felt like I had to be what I was. I felt like I just so deep.
Hold on, real talk, like, how many of us got the balls to say that? I mean, ask yourself real quick. Like, you got the balls to ask yourself some shit like that? Like, really self-check yourself? Like, bruh, I'm out here like, nah, not many of us. Let's go.
Into the knee deep in the streets that it was nowhere else for me to go. The money was coming. I could have any girl I wanted. I had the respect, not just in my neighborhood, but in the city at this time. I started becoming an established drug dealer in the city. People would see me. They would know who I was from different neighborhoods by the streets talking. And I was able to raise young boys up, and everybody around me started getting money. So now I'm not just the one dude getting money. Everybody got money. I end up getting a bigger cars, having 5 or 6 cars at one time, having a really big, expensive Mercedes-Benz, and I was a baby driving these cars. And I would pull up the doctors and lawyers and look at them and like, with a mouth full of gold teeth in my mouth, diamonds all in my mouth, just looking at them like, I'm doing the same thing you doing. You getting money, I'm getting money. It don't make a difference. And I felt like, regardless, like so powerful. And the whole neighborhood respected me. Everybody respected me. To the point where as though I started like taking advantage of it, started selling weight to like people who was way older than me. I'm like barely 20 years old. I'm selling drugs to grown, I feel like 30, 35-year-old men, 40-year-old men, they coming to me, I'm their plug. And I'm like, man, I'm feeling like, like now, I hear these rappers talking this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they talking this stuff, but I really live this stuff. I was like, man, I like these dudes lying about, they talking this stuff on their song, but it's really my life. And
That's crazy. Like, that really had you feeling like that. That had you jumping like head first into the joint, like really head first, like it kind of hit different, Let's see.
if you was on the microphone and you was lying about your life, you would get called out on it. You was bluffing. That's what pretty much we say in Baltimore, man. Homie bluffing. He ain't really about that. And I remember I was actually listening to some music on the radio one day, and the dude was just lying. And my homie was like, "Bro, why don't you do this?" And I'm like, "Man, I ain't no rapper, homie. I'm a street dude. I'm a street dude. That's what I did. I mean, I get to. I ain't no rapper. Like them dudes. My homie was like, "Bro, I seen you freestyle. I seen you play around with it, bro. Your hooks be hard." And I was like, "Man, nah, bro. Like, you know what I mean?" So then one day I just like, "Man, let's go to the studio, bro." Like, and I started getting on the microphone and I started talking about what I was doing, and people knew it was real in the city, and they was like, "Yo, live, man, you speaking to me, you preaching to me,
Let's keep it a bang, like that'll carry you a long way in the city. Like, motherfuckers can't rap for shit, but if you talk that talk and you really bout that, like niggas a tune in. I could say he was really on his joint, like he really was in that mode. You heard me? Like, definitely, if you was around back then, you definitely would have tapped in. You know what I'm saying? He came out with, he did a little something with everybody for real. You had people like Caddy the Don. He did the song with Tess, Lil Scooter, YG Tech, all the hot up and coming artists. Like, he really was doing that before now. You know what I'm saying? Like, them dudes hot now, but he been checked in with them dudes early in the game for real. So yeah, definitely speaking facts, man.
Jimmy, this is what I'm doing, and I was like, "Oh man, I got something." I was like, "I got something that's gonna kind of make me take me out the streets. That's gonna kind of like, you know what I mean? That's gonna make get us out the streets." And I talked to my homie Mitch. I'm like, "Bro, let's start taking this a little bit more serious." And he was like, "Yeah, I think you need to start." So I started, putting out projects. I put out a project, and did my whole hood went crazy. And I think my music really started exposing, a lot of the fake stuff that was going on on the Baltimore scene. It got really crazy because I became this drug dealer in the streets who had beef, who was robbing, going crazy, all wild stuff, like ridiculously. Now I'm starting to rap, and now social media is a thing that you got to do being a rapper. And now I'm rapping, and I'm in the studio with nothing but killers. Because at this time, now I'm rapping. It's more rappers who coming up under me because I'm expiring rappers, and they coming from different places. So everybody now fake rappers is out of there. All real drug dealers is rappers now. So I'm in the studio with some of the biggest rappers in Baltimore at this time, and I'm one of them as well. And I don't know.
Mind y'all, this round about, I want to say, between 2010 and 2013, around that time. Yeah, maybe like 10 years. Yeah, about 10. Yeah, it's about 2013, some shit like that.
If I could say anybody's name, but one of the homies, his name Lil Scooter, he from Baltimore. At this time, he is so hot, and his music is jumping so crazy. And me and him do a track together.
People look at you strange, saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same, like you're doing all this for a reason. And what happens most of the time, people change. People change around you because they start treating you different because of your success.
This nigga in the top. Lame nigga wanna put you in the pot. Down like, pussy nigga mad that I cut him off. That's an 8-ball nigga couldn't get it off. Tell a nigga yeah, 100 motherfucking time. First time you tell him no, he try and get your ass. The corner store know me, Taco Bell sandwich bag. Is you my brother's fucking keeper like Nina? Clap on a hater with his broke ass. Put my hoppers on his ass, toe tag his ass. Same nigga call your phone, he don't want shit. Stop a nigga Instagram whole outfit. Hit a nigga 7 times like a fucking mellow. Had a nigga body leaking like it's red jello. And you can let us treat to death, it won't let you back. Fuck you think I do this shit just to stay the same? Fuck you lame ass nigga, try CHM. A nigga treat you different when they see you cooking. These bitches wanna hug you when they see you hot. Same hood nigga, you just straight out the pot. And I'm in it, baby, law scooter. Young nigga brought 100 shooter. I ain't since the nigga hit the top. Y'all niggas wanna put me in the pot.
Now, little Scooter, if y'all don't know, shit, you better find out, man. Shorty was the hottest thing Baltimore has ever seen on the rap tip. Like, he definitely was carrying this city by the collar, man. Like, real shit. Like, I could say Shorty was the only kid that really had other people mimicking his style. You know what I'm saying? Shorty cocked the hat to the side, the way he talked, you know what I'm saying? He brought Shy Glizzy to the city, had the big hit, Bird Flu. You know what I'm saying? Shorty definitely would have opened a lot of doors for people. Like, you know, just him alone being who he is, it would have worked. But, yeah, definitely can vouch for Scooter, man. But back to my man, E.
That track is blowing up. I'm on a song with dudes like YG Tech from Baltimore, and he's the biggest rapper in Baltimore right now. I actually just prayed for him recently, and he put it in the song as a man of God and everything. I'm in the studio with all these killers, and I'm like, man, something ain't right. I'm like, man, I don't know, yo. I'm like, yo, something ain't right. And I go right in the studio, because I never wrote music. I just, just straight express what's on my heart. And I wrote a song, You Wanna Gamble? Better roll a 7. That's a Mac 11. F your revving. Amen. And I was like, yo, where'd that come from? And I was like, Chopper sing real loud like a choir. Now you want to be saved? Asking people come pray for you? Chopper sing real loud like a choir. And I was like, yo. But later on, I was like, I kind of like realized that I needed deliverance. Like, it was crazy. But in that atmosphere, it was nothing but killers. I mean, when I say in Baltimore, like, when I say I was around it, you know how somebody could say, I'm the dude in New York. I'm around the people in New York. I was around the people in Baltimore. I was part of that thing.
Yeah, bro, he definitely was a part of that, man. He was a part of a lot, as we can see, man. But look, check this out. I ain't gonna give it all to you. You gotta tune in for part 2, you heard? To see how my man got his deliverance, how he changed his life around, man. How he separated himself from a lot of the worldly things, you know. A lot of the stuff that we all got a hard time getting away from. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I salute him for that, man. I salute, like, he definitely on to something. You know what I'm saying? So y'all definitely gotta tune in. Let me know y'all trying to get part 2, and I'ma do the part. I'ma upload part 2. What y'all want to do? You want part 2 or what? What's up? How we working? Yeah, let me know. Street reporter, baby. I'm out.